Today, we're going to dive into a philosophy that you can pretty much sum up in a single sentence. But it's an idea that's so powerful, it might just make you question everything you thought you knew about what it means to live a good life. All right, so let's get right into it. We all wrestle with this, don't we? This huge, fundamental question: what does it actually mean to live a good life? We chase success, we chase happiness, and a lot of the time, we're really just chasing time itself, hoping we get as much of it as possible. But that brings up a really crucial point. Is the length of our life the best way to measure its value? We're so often told to play it safe, to just prolong our existence. But what if the real value isn't in the number of our days, but in the nature of them? Well, to answer that very question, we're going to turn to a piece of really profound wisdom. It's a proverb that just cuts right to the heart of this whole dilemma, and it offers a super clear, even if it's a little challenging, perspective. Here it is. In the original Hindi, it has this incredible rhythm and power. Zindagi ek din ki ho, magar sher ki ho. Now this translates to, it is better that life is for one day, but it should be like a lion's. Whoa. This isn't just some clever saying. It's an entire philosophy packed into a few words, and it forces us to stop and really think about what our existence is all about. So what is this proverb actually asking of us? Let's break it down. Because it doesn't just present one ideal. It actually sets up two, and it asks us to choose between them. So let's explore what that choice really looks like. So you've got two paths here, right? On one side, there's the path of the lion. And on the other, you have the alternative, the implied life of, say, a sheep. A life that might be much longer, sure, but it's lived with way less agency, less impact. It's a fundamental choice between two totally different ways of being. And this is where that choice becomes absolutely crystal clear. Look at the lion's life on the left. This is about so much more than just survival. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you act in spite of that fear. Dignity means you live by a code with self-respect. And impact, well, that's about leaving a mark, making sure the world is a little bit different because you were here. Now, compare that to the life on the right, a life of caution. It might seem safer, but what's the cost? The main goal is just longevity, just adding more days to the calendar, which often just leads to anonymity. The proverb is basically asking if a life lived in the shadows, no matter how long, is really a life fully lived? So what this all boils down to is a really powerful principle that you see across so many cultures and so much of history. It's a direct challenge to that idea that more is always better. This leads us to what we can really call the lion's philosophy. And it's simple. It's the belief that a life's value isn't measured by its duration, but by its courage and its impact. To put it another way, the depth of your life is so much more important than the length of it. And ultimately, that's what this is all about. It's a call to action. It's a call to live with intention, with energy, and with a real sense of purpose. It doesn't matter if you have 1 day or 100 years. The philosophy argues that what truly matters is how you live that time. So we've explored this philosophy, but now it's your turn. The proverb gives us a framework, but how we apply it, well, that's a deeply personal journey for every single one of us. So I'll leave you with this thought. What does a lion's life actually mean to you? It doesn't have to be about being a king or a conqueror. It could mean speaking up when it's hard. It can mean pursuing a passion even when people think you're crazy. Or maybe it's just loving with your whole heart. So, what does a life of courage, dignity, and impact look like in your world? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me.